Hi, I'm Emerald Range. Welcome back to another episode of Modern PlayStation 5. Today we're playing Sunda again. Last we left off, I was trying to get to Petra and get things back together. Helped a little to have some focus instead of talking to you guys, but so for this one, we have gone forward about 25-ish turns. We got Petra, as you can see. Nobody finished it. I think the beeline helped, but I tried to beeline another tech, which is a metal casting for Shridagon Pagoda, which is a wonder mod, which adds quite a bit of stuff for gold and gems. So, and I had a bunch of gold, so I wanted to get that, but somebody else got it already. But now we have our unique unit, the Prajuri. And I'm going to build another one, and this time I'm going to switch it off, production focus, and go back to normal stuff. So, the Prajurit's unique ability, or unique trait, is that it doesn't require iron, so it's already pretty good in that respect, but it gets free experience points for being on top of a farm, or on top of a worker. So, you get a lot of you basically get free training without needing to go attack anyone. It is only 1 XP per turn, so it is powerful but not overpowered. It takes quite a while to get anywhere, but that does mean you can get quite a lot of free promotions for no reason. But that means you have to kind of spam them at this stage in the game, which kind of does limit you, because you will keep that promotion as you upgrade them, but you won't be able to get it back. So we're gonna get to philosophy. Alright. Oops. Too far. We sent the other trade route as a food trade route to Kuali, and that might have been a mistake because now Pakuan Bajajaran is the smallest city, and that makes tradition unhappy. We also got our religion. It's Shaivism, which is the worship of Shiva. It's a part of Hinduism, and we already got another religion enhancer because we have quite a lot of faith going on. So we're gonna go back here. And we got teeth and pagodas, even though we were not the first one. And we're gonna get Imperial Cult. This is the historical religions complete mod. It adds a lot of religions. The reason that I have it on is because it's nice. Wait, okay, let me first figure out what I want to do with the... I can still get monasteries, which isn't the best, but I have a lot of happiness issues, so I'm gonna go with this because we're gonna build the gardens anyways, because it's our unique ability, and of course religious texts. Alright, so we're slowly making our way to theology after my failed attempt to get to the workshop, but we should be able to build a workshop soon. We're trying to get some of our happiness back up, but these two are not very production cities either. So okay, we don't have that many farms actually, so I'm gonna move this over here and move it on top of that worker. Alright, let's get our writer skills. So, and with a mint, these become really strong in terms of gold. Tyre is still unhappy because we attacked them 2 times or something. Apparently it does that. We've lost all of our favor with other stuff, but hey, you know what? We can get some more gold and send some religions now to Akkad. So yeah, because of the trade route here, Sangala got a lot bigger, and also because of all the food tiles around them, whereas Pakuan Bajajaran is still kind of lagging behind. That's fine. Yeah, there you go. We get XP from the worker. So my current plan is to get a bunch of the Prajuris up once we get rid of the 2 Colosseums. Well, we can get the granary with this, and then we can switch this to production focus or something. Oh, maybe I should have bought that tile instead. Here, let's get the workshop going. And here is our unique building. It's a garden replacement. So let me talk a bit about the Prachurit. Oh, okay. I am behind in tech. I'm behind in everything. It is a repeat of the last time where I am absolutely terrible at this game. Yeah, you can see I'm not doing too hot in terms of population and things like that. Probably want to get that dye soon. But we do have an enhanced religion, which is good. Let's get the National College. Or actually, let's get the Oracle, because that's always powerful. Oh yeah, the other good thing about the Prachurit is that it doesn't require iron, which means you can just upgrade your your warriors without needing iron. It does help a lot in more competitive settings, I would say. If you're a better player than me and don't need to rely on hoping something goes well. This is really particularly bad, but I guess that means I just don't have an easy source of happiness by allying with them. See, so it did take 15 turns to get here. We do get promotions, but it does take a lot of setup, and it's pretty useful if you want to do a mid-game warmongering with longswordsmen or something after you upgrade these guys. There's the historical context. Prachurit are, it's just the Sundanese word for warrior. Okay, we are not gonna do that. Instead, we are gonna go to Sangala and send the trade route back to grow our capital a bit better. Oh damn, I missed that opportunity for a luxury resource. Yeah.
3 things are necessary.
So let's see. I want to improve some production around here. And let's send back some food. I'm just gonna pay him 9. No. Okay. You know what? Let's get optics. So yeah, I explored this area. I realized from using the scout that it's not actually this was not actually connected, but it turns out it's a tiny island and there's already a city-state there, so we have very little expansion opportunity. We could expand here, but then that is very close to here and we don't get any more luxes. The only real place we could expand is down here, which is a terrible city spot. So okay, looks like I should not have focused on religion at all and just gone for something else instead of trying to get desert folklore. But lessons, I guess. So, all right, let's get to civil service and then education. Oh, come on. Okay. This is not going very well. So as you can see, my demographics are terrible except in the realm of gold, and I have pretty good crop yield, and I have a decent population despite all of the unhappiness that I've gone through. So I would say it is powerful if you can use it in the right context. Okay, let's try to get the Inca to give us their silk, to give us some security about all this. Yay, we have more Prachurit. This guy, you need to give us a farm here, and you need to come here down and get some XP from that. We don't need a lot more growth. I mean, growth is always good, but let's get the unique building first. Okay, so Prachurit is just a warrior, right? But the other part of this that I was taking it from is the reports about Sundanese warfare. Because the overall design was not really about warfare, and the reason that I went for okay, let's just get okay, we do need to, we don't, okay, we're not gonna be able to spread our religion well, so we just might as well just use it to get ourselves some good happiness. So the overall design of the Civ was going towards growth, because a lot of the reports about Prabu Siliwangi was not that he was a great warrior necessarily. It depends on the story, but more so that he and Sunda was a very prosperous kingdom where he did a lot of rice agricultural reforms and got the country into prosperity for 100 years or something. Prabu Siliwangi is probably a moniker that turned into a legend. So Siliwangi is very likely the son of Wangi, which was one of the first kings of Sunda. And so it's very likely that Prabu Siliwangi just means the king who is the son of Wangi, or the king of the Wangi dynasty. So yeah, let's see, what can we can purchase quite a bit. So let's purchase, we do need a lot more. Okay, let's go back to Inca. No, you don't have silk anymore. Okay, we gave 59 gold through that, but we have some more security, and we have 500, so we're gonna get a lighthouse. Yeah, that was very worth it. And let's get some more production going, because that's mostly what we're missing out on. So okay, so back to Sunda. Prabu Siliwangi is most likely a moniker given to a bunch of kings, right? So that means that he has a lot of we could get Circus Maximus, but we do want, I mean, do we still commit or not? I mean, I think at this point it's better if we bail from the religion game. But okay, so yeah, good job. So Prabu Siliwangi, he is probably not a one single person, but the kings of Sunda in general, where the ones that are liked are not necessarily the ones who are not necessarily the ones who get a bunch of attention, are the ones who conquered a lot. Oh, that I completely forgot about this. I'm sorry to keep talking about stuff and then not talk about stuff, but wow, we really did miss this. Okay, that is very sad. Let's get this. Okay, so basically the point is that a lot of kingdoms in Southeast Asia, they like to glorify leaders who did a lot of conquering. Burma in particular loves to do that, but that doesn't mean that, but like, so when I'm researching Sunda, and it doesn't really talk about conquest, but more so about kings who were good and made things great with their agricultural reform, or by defending the country or something like that, that it speaks to me that it shouldn't be a war civ. And the thing that kept coming up is agricultural reform, rice reforms, and so I decided to base their unique ability on Serumtang, which is a rice festival, and it's vaguely based on it, so it's not the most accurate way to describe a rice festival, but it is an important part of Sunda Wiwitan, which is the native indigenous religion before Hinduism and Buddhism. And during Prabu Siliwangi's rule, it was a combination of Hinduism, Buddhism, and Sunda Wiwitan that was protected. And there's a lot of stories about him rejecting Islam and stopping Islam from spreading into things. And that's the other part of Sundanese culture that came up again, which is the idea that okay, yeah, so it's the idea that Sundanese people don't like to have other people tell them what to do, and often to the point that there's some places that are considered uncontacted tribes, even though I think that's a little suspicious, because they are contacted. They're just more like the Amish than an uncontacted tribe in like in the Amazon rainforest or something. Okay, we have a lot more faith, so let's get some missionaries. Let's also get some more caravans. Okay, we need to go spy on someone. Why did the Inca come all the way here first for their religion? Okay, let's see if anybody wants a trader. Valletta, that's too far away. So sorry. Okay, let's see. Kabul. Nah. Let's go back to Buenos Aires. This is always. Then this farm should help us a little too. Okay. So yeah, with the workshop, this is becoming a better city. I guess it's much bigger than the capital. Both of these, because they're in better spots than the capital. Which kind of says I should have thought a little bit more and not kind of just decide to play whatever start I got. But yeah, so Prabu Silongi promoted Sunda Wiwitan. Sunda Wiwitan is the idea that is the native animistic religion, and within that there is the rice festival, which is still conducted to date, even though the Sundanese people now today are more Muslim. So the legend of Prabu Siliwangi actually goes that there was the Sultanate of Cirebon, which is another sultanate, which is also a Sundanese sultanate. It's on the border. It's on the side between Sunda and Java, or Java, the Javanese people. There's also stuff between the Sundanese and Javanese, where the Javanese kings or prime ministers like Gajah Mada were very instrumental in attacking Sunda and conquering them. So there's a lot of stories about Prabu Siliwangi being the last king of Sunda who before got conquered by Majapahit or the Javanese people. But it's all over the place. But there are themes. The themes include protecting the Sundanese Wiwitan, or let's get. Actually, no. We need a university here. Protecting Sunda Wiwitan and the other. So okay, sorry. So that is why there's the certain town. It vaguely talks about the ability for the king to make things prosperous every time there's a new king that is respected. So that kind of made me think of the We Love the King days. And it also helps with growth, because that is a big part of the overall theme about agriculture and things like that. Alright, let's get something. Okay. Yeah, so the Prajurit are a representation of the Sundanese ability to go to war. Kind of like, so the main thing is that I failed to think about, oh damn, I should have put I failed to think about the National College and where it should go. It should have been in Sangala instead of this area, but because they have more science. 19.5, and this has, oh no, this is 35.5. That's not the bad worst. Okay, we need to turn this back to normal so that we can get some good spears. Let's get more missionaries. Okay, maybe piety would have been a good idea, but it's too late for that. So we could build 2 farms here, but I don't think it's worth the growth to forego all the science, so to speak. Science is still pretty important. Let's get. Actually, we should get market. Alright, let's get a workshop, and I'm gonna buy a triangle for exploration purposes. Right, so the Prajuri. The Prajuri represents the Sundanese ability to be strong amphibious warriors. And I wanted to represent that, but it didn't end up working. The main thing behind the design process is that before I used to kind of think too much about the synergy. Like, synergy is pretty important in creating a design or creating a Civ 5 mod, because you want the uniques to play off each other and come towards a cohesive gameplay style. At least for mods, where unlike vanilla Civs, we don't have the luxury of everybody thinking enough about it and deciding, okay, this is the best way to play it. It's actually kind of fun. Instead, we have to rely on a lot of trying to show people that it's interesting and you should try it out, because look, you can play as a Civ where you get a bunch of growth for sending a bunch of trade routes on land, and that might mean you don't have to do a lot of things. Yeah, so I think this is going to be our sphere of religion, and it's not going to go much further than that. But, so there is one other thing to the Brajuri, which is, why do they have the experience then if they're supposed to represent the Sundanese warriors who are good amphibious warriors? But the reason for that is because of the Ten Bhakti, which was an important part of how Sunda organized the system. Since we're already in the realm of representing their organizational structure about rice and things like that, so we might as well also represent their other part of that organizational structure, which includes these classes, which are based a bit in Hinduism, of course, but they're also based in just in this system of 10 bhakti, which is 10 devotions, where different people have different responsibilities or devotions to different other groups of people. And in this case, what it is that you have devotion from the farmer to the wado, who are the government civilians, the wado to etc. going up. I can't remember these things. The Prajurit formed the Kshatriya class, which is to say the workers, the warrior class, which is also which cognates with the Hindu idea of the warrior caste. There is some construction in the background, so I apologize if you can hear that. But here is our first part of the unique building. The free We Love the King Day. I think at this point we have been going on for a while, so I think I'm gonna stop here and just show you that now we're in a We Love the King Day for 10 turns because of this great person. And that only happens if you have a balai. I will talk a little bit more about the balai and other miscellaneous parts as we continue to play this game and see if I can win. Yeah. Right, so yeah.
Oh, you're a very bad man. Oh no, my dear.